Hi all. In this lecture we will see a small topic, that is associativity versus parenthesis. Parenthesis means bracket. So this type of brackets, these are called parenthesis. This type of brackets, these are called curly braces. So this type of brackets, these are called parenthesis. Now in this lecture we will see associativity and parenthesis, what is the connection between these two. So let's consider this example. In propositional logic, if I give you this expression and I give you this expression and I ask you what is the truth value of this expression and what is the truth value of this expression, then what you will do? See, in this expression there is no ambiguity. For this expression you will immediately say that this is conjunction, and you can simply say that false and true, that is false, false and false, that is false. So ultimately in this situation you will say that this expression final value will be false. So there is no ambiguity in this expression. Now look at this expression. In this expression there is ambiguity. What is that? You will say that if I give you this expression, then what you will say? You will say that if I evaluate like this, means if I evaluate this implication, then the answer is going to be false. Then the complete answer is going to be false. See what I am saying? I am saying that this expression, if I evaluate like this, means if I evaluate this first implication first, then what will happen? In this situation, false implies true, that is true. Ultimately it will be true implies false, that will be false. So the final value will be false. Now, or if I do this, that first I evaluate this second implication first. Okay, first I calculate this second implication first. Then in this situation what will happen? So if I do this, that first I calculate this second implication. Now in this situation what will happen? This true implies false, that is going to be false. False implies false, that is going to be true. So you can notice that in this expression there is no ambiguity. Your final value will be false, but in this expression there is ambiguity. If I do like this, then the final answer will be false, and if I evaluate like this, then the final answer will be true. So there is ambiguity in this case, but there is no ambiguity in this case. And what is the reason? What is the reason? What do you think? What is the reason? There is no ambiguity here, but there is ambiguity here. What is the reason? The reason is simple, because conjunction, this conjunction operator, this is associative. This conjunction operator is associative. So that is the reason there is no problem. In this there is no ambiguity. Why? Because this conjunction operator is associative. Means if I do like this, if I do the first conjunction first, then the answer will be same as if I do the second conjunction first. Means what I am saying? I am saying that if I do like this, first if I do this first conjunction first, then the answer will be same as if I do the second conjunction first. So I can say if I do like this, then the answer will be same as if I do like this. So that is the reason I am saying if I give you this expression, there is no ambiguity. Your final answer will be false. But if I give you this expression, then you will ask me, sir, should I do this first or should I do this first? Means should I evaluate like this or should I evaluate like this? Because depending on how do you evaluate, if you evaluate like this, answer will be false. If you evaluate like this, answer will be true. Because the reason is this implication is not associative. This implication operator, this is not associative. And because this is not associative, so proper parenthesis must be given. Because this is not associative, so you should give me proper parenthesis. So the point is, because this implication is not associative, this is not associative. So if you want to write this type of expression like A implies B implies C, if you want to write this type of expression, then this type of expression is going to be ambiguous. This type of expression is going to be ambiguous, okay, because this implication is not associative. And why this is ambiguous? The this ambiguity is coming because if I evaluate like this, that can be different. That can be different from if I evaluate like this. So that is the reason I am saying if you write directly if you write like this, then this expression will be ambiguous. So what you should do, you should write with parenthesis. If I write like this, then there is no ambiguity. Now in this expression there is no ambiguity. I can say that this is clearly unambiguous. So if I write like this, means if I give you proper parenthesis, I am giving you proper parenthesis. This parenthesis I am giving you. So if I give you proper parenthesis, then this expression will be unambiguous. Or if I want to do like this, if I want to evaluate this second implication first, then I should give this expression like this. means this expression must be given. See, if I give you this expression, again there is no ambiguity. Again this expression is completely unambiguous. So very simple point, because implication is not associative, so if I give you this expression, then this expression is ambiguous. The reason is, if I evaluate like this, then the answer can be different from this expression. These two expressions, they can give me different answer. But you can notice, now because this is ambiguous, I can say this implication is not associative. So I should give proper parenthesis. I should create proper parenthesization. So if I want to evaluate this first implication first, then I should put like this. I should give this parenthesis. If I want to evaluate this second implication first, then I should put like this. So very simple. Let's see another example. Let's see one example from number theory. If I give you this expression, 2 plus 3 plus 2, if I give you this expression, now there is no ambiguity. If I ask you what is the answer, then you will immediately say that the answer is 7. Okay. But if I give you this expression, 2 minus 3 minus 2, if I give you this expression, now there is ambiguity. What is the ambiguity? Now you will say that if I do like this, if I evaluate the first subtraction first, then in this situation the answer will be different. So if I do like this, then the final answer will be what? See, 2 minus 3, that is minus 1, minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 3. So in this situation answer will be minus 3. And if I do like this, if I evaluate this expression first, if I evaluate like this, in this situation answer is going to be what? In this situation the answer will be, this will be 1. 2 minus 1, that is 1. So you can notice, if I evaluate like this, then the answer is minus 3. If I evaluate like this, then the final answer is 1. So again you can notice that there is ambiguity. Again you can see here there is ambiguity, but in this case there is no ambiguity. What is the reason? The reason is simple, because this addition is associative. This addition operator, this is associative. And what is the reason this is ambiguous? This is ambiguous because this subtraction is not associative. This subtraction operator, this is not associative. So what I am saying that when you have associative operator, then there is no need to put parenthesis. There is no need, because the reason is simple. If I do like this, if I evaluate like this, the answer will be same as if I do like this. Okay, so if I evaluate like this, or if I evaluate like this, then the answer is going to be same. So that is the reason I am saying that when your operator is associative, this addition is associative. So when operator is associative, then you can remove these parentheses. These parentheses are not needed. Okay, there is no need to put these parentheses. I can directly write like this and answer will be 7. You can see this expression will also give me answer 7. This expression will also give me answer 7. So this is the reason I am saying that there is no need to put this parenthesis. This parenthesis we don't need to put, we can directly write like this. But here you can notice, here there is ambiguity. Okay, so in this situation, because this subtraction is not associative, in this situation I should give you, if I write like this, a minus b minus c, then this type of expression will be ambiguous. This type of expression is going to be ambiguous. So in this type of situation, I should, because this subtraction is not associative, so I should give proper parenthesis. For example, if I want to ask you this expression, then I should put this parenthesis. Similarly, if I want to ask you this expression, then I should put this parenthesis. The point is simple, that this parenthesis is important now. Now this parenthesis is important. You cannot remove this parenthesis, because if you remove this parenthesis, this bracket if you remove, then you will get ambiguous expression. So this is a simple point. The reason is simple, because this subtraction is not associative. Okay, so this is the simple reason. I hope you understood all these points. So let's see one last example. So you can see, if I give you multiplication, for example, if I give you 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2, now there is no ambiguity. Now you can simply say that the answer will be, this answer will be 12, because whether you do like this, then also answer is 12, and if you do like this, then also answer is 12. Okay, because this multiplication is associative. Because this multiplication is associative, so there is no need to put this parenthesis. See, if I want, I can do this. If I want, I can put this parenthesis. There is this bracket I can put. If I put this bracket, then also it is fine. This is also fine. But I am saying that because this multiplication is associative, so I can remove this bracket, this parenthesis I can remove, and I can write like this. This expression is unambiguous. Okay, so I can remove this. The reason is simple, because this multiplication is associative. So if I put parenthesis, that is also fine. If I put parenthesis, this is also fine. But if I remove this bracket, if I remove this parenthesis, and if I write like this, that is also fine. There is no ambiguity here. But on the other hand, if I ask you 2 power 3 power 2, so for example, if I ask you 2 power 3 power 2, this is the symbol for power. This is the symbol for power. So now there is ambiguity. Now again there is ambiguity. Why? Because this power, this is not associative. Again, this is not associative. This power is not associative, because again there is ambiguity. If I evaluate like this expression, you can see that if I evaluate like this, 2 power 3 power 2, if I evaluate like this, then the answer will be different. And if I evaluate like this, 2 power 3 power 2, if I evaluate like this, the answer will be different. See, here what will be the answer? Means if I evaluate this first power first, means if I do like this, if I evaluate like this, if I put this bracket like this, then the answer will be, you can see, this will be 8 power 2. It's like 2 power 3 power 2. So that will be like 8 power 2. And that is nothing but 64. So the answer will be 64. Now here what is the answer? So this is like 2 power 3 power 2. 2 power 3 power 2. Now 3 power 2 means 9. So this is like 2 power 9. And 2 power 9 means 512. So you can easily notice that if I evaluate like this, if I put this parenthesis, this bracket, if I put like this, then the answer will be 512. And if I put the bracket like this, then the answer will be 64. So you can see, I need to put the bracket. This bracket is important here, because this power operator, this power operation, this is not associative. This power operation is not associative. So remember, if I write like this without bracket, without parenthesis, if I directly write like this, then this expression is ambiguous. There is ambiguity here. There is ambiguity here. The point is that because this power is not associative, so I should give proper parenthesis. I should give this bracket. This bracket should be given. This bracket should be given. Okay. So this is the complete, I can say, all these examples. I hope you understood the point. So what is the final point I am trying to make? The point is simple. What properties of numbers will allow us to remove the parenthesis from the expression? So when can you remove the parenthesis from the expression? Very simple question. Think about it. Pause the video, think about it. When can you remove? I want to remove parenthesis from the expression. So which property will allow me to remove parenthesis from the expression? And the answer is associative property. So this associative property, if your operation has associative property, then you can remove parenthesis from the expression. It does not matter. For example, you can easily notice that these are the associative operations. Your associative operations are, for example, addition is associative, multiplication is associative, conjunction is associative. These are the associative operations. So in these cases, there is no problem. You can write like this. You can write like this. There is no problem. Okay. The reason is simple, because addition is associative. So you can simply write like this. The reason is, if you evaluate this, there is no ambiguity. And you can evaluate this in many different ways. For example, if you want to calculate this, you can calculate like this. Okay, you can simply calculate like this. The answer will be same. Or you can calculate like this. First you can calculate this, then you can calculate like this, and then you can do like this. Remember, the answer is not going to change. Or for example, you can calculate like this. First you can calculate this b plus c, then you can calculate this a plus this, and then you can calculate plus d. So I am saying that there are many ways. Because this addition is associative, so this expression is unambiguous. This expression you can easily do. You can calculate this expression, and to calculate this expression, either you can do like this, or you can do like this, or you can do like this. There are many different ways you can evaluate. Okay, for example, maybe if you want, you can evaluate like this also. For example, you can do a plus b. First you can do c plus d. First you can calculate this c plus d. First you can calculate this. Then you can calculate this, and then you can add the a. So this is also you can do. The point is that because this addition is associative, so you can calculate this expression. This expression you can calculate in many different ways. Because this addition is associative. On the other hand, so there is no ambiguity here. I can say this is completely fine. But on the other hand, if I give you A minus B minus C minus D, now this is problematic. This is problematic. This is not fine. In this situation, what you will say? In this situation, you will say this is ambiguous. In this situation, I will say this is ambiguous and proper parenthesis must be given. For example, I should give this proper parenthesis. How I want this to evaluate. Okay, that I should give. For example, if I want to do this first, then I should give this parenthesis, this bracket I should put. Okay, this bracket I should put if I want to start with B minus C. So this bracket I should put. If I want to start with A minus B, then this bracket I should put. The point is, without bracket, this expression is ambiguous and this can give you many different answers. This expression can give you different answers depending on how do you calculate this. If you calculate like this, you will get a different answer. If you calculate like this, you will get a different answer. Okay, if you calculate like this, you will get a different answer. This will give you different answer. So ultimately, I am saying that this expression is problematic. Similarly, you can see. You can take many examples. For example, you can say A implies B implies C. This expression is also ambiguous. This is also problematic. This expression is also problematic. So one point that I want to tell you, that when you have associative property, then you can remove the parenthesis. Okay, because of associative property. So if your operator has associative property, then you can remove the parenthesis. There is no need to put the parenthesis. Very simple. Let's solve this question. A has, B has, C. So this has is some operation. This is some binary operation. So let's assume this has is some binary operation. I don't know what is this operation. This can be any operation. So this has is some operation. Which of the following for the above expression makes sense? So for this expression, which of the following will make sense? Or I can say this expression is ambiguous for which type of structure? So you have 4 type of structure: groupoid, semi-group, monoid, group. For which type of structure this expression is unambiguous? Remember, this has is binary operation. This is binary operation. So for which type of structure this expression A has, B has, C means without parenthesis. This expression is without parenthesis. So for which type of structure this expression is unambiguous? So you can see the answer is for this, because all these structures, they have associative property. All these structures, they have associative property. These structures have associative property. But you can notice this groupoid may or may not have associative property. Okay. So I can say all these structures, they have associative property. Groupoid may or may not have associative property. Remember every group is also groupoid. So groupoid may have associative property. Remember this point. For example, if I give you this set of integers comma addition, we already know that this is a group, but this is also groupoid. This is also groupoid. So remember, groupoid may or may not have associative property. This groupoid has associative property, but I can give you some other groupoid that may not have associative property. For example, if I give you integers comma subtraction, now this is also a groupoid. But this does not have associative property. So remember, this groupoid has associative property. This groupoid does not have associative property. So I am saying that these structures, all of them have associative property, but this structure groupoid may or may not have associative property. So this groupoid may not be associative. So that is the reason this expression may not make sense, or I can say this expression may be ambiguous. If this has is not associative, then this expression will be ambiguous. Okay, so if this operation is not associative, then I should put proper parenthesis. Okay, so very simple point. Let's solve this question. Again, this has is some binary operation. Now this question is saying that for which of the following the above expression is always true? Okay, so this above expression, for which of the following this above expression is always true? So you can see this is associative property. This property, the given property, if you notice, this is associative property. So for which of these structures this expression, this associative property is always true, and the answer will be for these. the answer is going to be this, because these structures are associative. All these structures, they are associative. Groupoid may not be associative. In a groupoid, this expression may be false. For example, let me give you a groupoid. Like you take this groupoid, set of integers comma subtraction. You can see that this is groupoid because subtraction is not associative. So this is a groupoid. Now for this structure you can easily notice, let's assume that a is equal to 2. Now you can calculate. Now you can see that a minus, now you can see a minus a, is this same as this? Now you calculate. Is this expression same as this expression? Let's see. Are they same? So you can see a is equal to 2. So in this situation, what this will be? 2 minus 2, that will be 0. 0 minus 2, that will be minus 2. And here what will happen? This will be 2 minus 2, 0. 2 minus 0, that is a 2. So you can see that these expressions, these are not same. So this is what I am saying. For a groupoid, this property may not be true, because this is your associative property. Associative property will be true if this operation is associative, and this operation will be associative for these structures. For these structures, this operation will be associative. For groupoid, this operation may not be associative. So the simple point, for example, this is a groupoid which is not a semi-group. You can see this is groupoid but not semi-group. This is not a semi-group. The reason is simple, because this subtraction, this is not associative. So for groupoid, you can see that this expression may not be true. Okay, so for which of the following structures this expression, this associative property is always true? The answer will be 2, 3, 4. This is the final conclusion. Which property allows you to remove the parenthesis? Which property will allow you to remove the parenthesis? The answer is associative property. If you have associative property, then you can remove the parenthesis. So if this operation has, if this is associative, then this expression is unambiguous. This expression is completely unambiguous. Okay, so this is the final point. I hope you understood.